Is that a regular? Oh, they disappeared as I went to speak. Basically, I would have started the first video if you'd have hanged about a tiny piece longer, but I saw it go. When you do live stream at the best of times. Is that a regular? I'll start the show if you hang around for more than 30. See, they're gone again. They just don't wait, do they? Jesus Christ. Do you know what? Fuck yeah, I'm gonna start now. Fraffing around with you lot. Fucking long. Let's be real about it. Much love though. And everybody's doing their thing and people are busy. So let's just keep it moving. Alright, I think we're gonna start with. Oh yeah, we'll start with this one. Hold up here, let's juggle these around. Let's start with this one first. And do you know what? We'll start with the plane crash videos, but then we're gonna come back round to the decode with Zach and stuff. Well, do you know what? We'll see. We'll see. We may just do it all with one thing. Point is, once people see a little visual playing, then obviously they might, hang around for a sec.
Yeah, man, she's still hanging. Yeah, I think we need a little bit. Yeah, man, she's still hanging. Yeah, I think we need a little bit. Yeah, man, she's still hanging.
And of course, fair use. Couldn't even make out what that was coming down. Plane, missile, all of a sudden. Imagine that coming out your house or going into your house, or driving your car or walking down the street or whatever. Riding your bike, electric scooter or whatever, electric bike. And before you know it,
Man, she's still hanging. Yeah, I think we need a little bit. Yeah, man, she's still hanging. Yeah, I think we need a little bit.
Yeah, that is crazy. Right, let's start this news article. Well, not the article, but a video from GB News. It's definitely one you're going to want to take heed of. And, what have we been telling you and pointing to and saying certain names? Yeah. that are helping to funnel us down a specific pathway. And for the most part, the masses are, complicit in helping them unknowingly and knowingly. You know, it's absolutely crazy right now.
This is GBN Originals. I'm Emily Carver. And what a story coming out of the World Economic Forum's annual meeting in Davos. Yes, as the global elite gather in the Swiss Alps, a new white paper has emerged and it's raising eyebrows and also concerns about the future of global governance and private sector influence. Yes, the World Economic Forum, or the WEF, has released a document titled Resilience Pulse Check: Harnessing Collaboration to Navigate a Volatile World. Now, that might sound like a mouthful of corporate jargon to you, but make no mistake, the implications of this paper are far-reaching and potentially alarming. At the heart of this white paper is a push for what the WEF calls collaboration between the public and the private sector. But as we dig a little deeper, it becomes clear that this collaboration has a very specific goal: to accelerate the implementation of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs. Now, you might think, sustainable development sounds all right. Well, not so fast. Critics argue that this is more a Trojan horse for more sinister agendas, including the widespread adoption of digital ID and increased censorship under the guise of combating misinformation and disinformation. Well, the WEF's paper paints a picture of a world teetering on the brink of chaos. They claim that 84% of companies feel underprepared for future disruptions. It's a classic case of fear-mongering designed to make us more receptive to their proposed solutions. But what are those solutions? Well, according to the World Economic Forum, we need determined and coordinated action across both the public and private sectors. In other words, they want to see more power concentrated in the hands of unelected corporate leaders and international organizations. One of the most concerning aspects of this white paper is its promotion of the Global Investors for Sustainable Development Alliance. This UN-led group brings together major financial institutions and corporations to channel private investment towards the SDGs. It's a clear example of how the lines between public policy and private interests are becoming increasingly blurred. But don't just take my word for it. Let's hear from the man himself, Klaus Schwab, founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum, as he delivers the 2025 Global Risks Report.
We are coming together at a moment when the world faces critical challenges. Our annual risk report 2025 identifies the foremost risks, such as armed conflicts, extreme weather events, misinformation and disinformation, increasing divisions within societies, within countries, cyber espionage, and many more. Simultaneously, we stand at the brink of what we call here the intelligent age, where artificial intelligence and other groundbreaking technologies and innovations will fundamentally transform economic systems, business models, and personal lives. The transition from the industrial to the intelligent age is occurring at an exponential pace, carrying unprecedented risks for humanity as we strive to prepare and to adapt to its complexities. Yet, it also offers significant opportunities for meeting current and future challenges and spark a new renaissance, one defined by advancements in technology, health, culture, and societal welfare.
Well, there you have it. The language of crisis, the language of urgency used to justify an unprecedented level of global coordination between government and corporation. But we must ask ourselves, who really benefits from this type of collaboration? Well, the World Economic Forum's vision of the future is one where private companies play an increasingly central role in shaping public policy and in funding global initiatives. This might sound efficient on paper, but it raises serious questions about democratic accountability and also the influence of corporate interests on our lives. Moreover, the emphasis on combating misinformation and disinformation as threats to achieving these sustainable goals is particularly concerning. Who gets to decide what constitutes misinformation? And how might this be used to silence dissenting voices or alternative viewpoints? As we navigate this brave new world of public-private partnerships and global governments, it's crucial that we remain vigilant. We've got to question the motives behind these grand plans and consider the potential consequences of ceding more power to unelected bodies and also to corporate interests. Well, the World Economic Forum's white paper claims to offer a roadmap for resilience in what they call an uncertain world. But resilience for whom, exactly? And at what cost to our individual freedoms and national sovereignty? As always, I encourage you to dig deeper, question everything you see around you, and form your own opinions. The future of our world is at stake, and it's up to all of us to ensure that it's shaped by the will of people, not the agendas of a select few. This is Emily Carver for GB News Originals, reminding you to stay informed, stay engaged, and never stop asking questions. Also, make sure you hit subscribe.
First,
Like she's on our
I
side.
propose putting an end to anonymity on social media. In our countries, no one can walk the streets with a mask on their face or drive a car without a license plate. No one can send packages without showing an ID or buy a hunting weapon without giving their name. And yet, we are allowing people to roam freely on social networks without linking their profiles to a real identity. This paving the way for misinformation, hate speech, and cyber harassment, because it is facilitating the use of bots and it is allowing people to act without being held accountable for their actions. Such an anomaly cannot continue. In a democracy, citizens have the right to privacy, not to anonymity or impunity. Because with those two, social coexistence would be impossible. That is why I believe we must push forward the principle of pseudonymity as the functioning element of social media and force all these platforms to link every user account to an European digital identity wallet. This way, citizens could use nicknames if they want, but in the case of a crime, public authorities would be able to connect those nicknames to real people and hold them responsible. Because accountability is not an obstacle to freedom of speech, it is an essential complement to it. On social media user, or it's much better to say, one social media user, one real ID. This is the only way to really ensure that minors do not access inappropriate content, that people who commit crimes are banned or prosecuted from social networks, and that the millions of fake profiles that exist and influence the public conversation are removed.
Pretty much speaks for itself, I think. Okay, give me one moment here. Just sorting out. I'm sorting out. Let me quickly roll the thing.
Turn off the TV, it's way too misleading. Telling them lies until you believe it. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. It don't take a genius to pick up the pieces.
Now, there's a couple of decodes I've got here, but I'm thinking to save it for the next live stream with UK rapper Digga D for that breakdown. Or I might not even be bothered to come back on to do it, to be fair. I mean, pretty pointless, really. Showing the same old same. And of course, you're going to see how many people online talking about Digga D and talking about also with the plane stuff as well. Although personally, I haven't delved into the plane stuff, but of course, I'll quickly play a video or one of the small entries or videos from Zachary K. Hubbard of Comanche Effect News 25. So be sure to go and check out Zach and other channels in the wider community and communities that are clearly, you know, noting some anomalies and stuff and weird stuff, regardless of the number patterns and that. But of course, when you add the numbers in, you see how it all factors in as per usual. Yeah. Again, that last video that I just played from the news about, you know, the digital stuff, I mean, it speaks for itself. So, you know, what have I been telling you? From cyber hacks to this thing to that thing, and what they're looking to do. If you missed it, rewind the video. I'm not going to play it again in this stream. If even on another stream, you know what I mean? If you caught it, you caught it. You're tired of telling her like a broken record, you know? Even if I'm passionate, it is a bit maddening at the end of the day. Self-echoing chamber. People can't even fucking hear you out. And I'm on about offline and online. Them times you're ready to give everybody their due and respect and reciprocate. But that's why I just reciprocate on the same type of level, you know? I see what's happening, and then after a while, I say, you know what? If you're doing a specific thing, all right, I'll do that specific thing, and let's see how you react, and see if you like that specific thing without me bringing it up. We'll see how you get on, and then maybe after a few days or a week, I'll say, you know what? I'll give you a little clue to something, or I'll just blatantly tell you. You know what I mean? Fuck beating around the bush. And as I say, the whole master builder thing and that, it's like, okay, what's the point in trying to build when nobody don't want to fucking build and unify? God, it's so long being here, man. These you lot are long. And by default, I'm on your side. Lucky for you, unfortunately for me. Do you know what I mean? Fucking long. Oh my God. Again, they've just took the piss out of Liam Payne again as well. Should we do Liam Payne quickly? Now, do you know what? We'll wait for that. I'll just say, do you know what? I'll just give you the big one out of it right here. Building the Band. Last year, there was talk about this new show called Building the Band. I don't know if I couldn't find an article before, and I didn't try and look hard, but basically August 16th last year, that's when it was announced about this show, yeah? Unless I'm mistaken. If you know of entries beforehand, let me know. But interestingly, whether this was a new entry or not a new entry or follow up, you know, from this stuff that's already in the media, and I've just found out about it, and I don't know anything before the 16th of August concerning Liam Payne. But anyway, of course, at this time he was still alive, right? And his birthday is in August. And imagine, couldn't help but notice when this was in the news yesterday about building the band, punched it in the calculator, and lo and behold, let's make sure I say it correct. Tamundo, hold up, there's my slides here. Sorry, you can't see this bit, but I saw it got some time, you know? Now, 2 days before he dies, remember, I've done all the follow-ups, yeah, with all the main, you know, key points of interest with the number stuff and that, via the news, what they've been giving us, right? Again, if you're not up to speed, you know what to do. There's a playlist there to facilitate you. But anywho, 2 days before he dies, remember, cocaine, yeah? I'm sure cocaine equals 32. It was a life lesson of 32. Was it 32 and 34? Let me just double check on the calculator. Because I remember on how it went on the day that he died as well. There was a 34 situation with the life lesson of 34 in the numerology. And the prime relationship, right, of 139. Just go and watch the videos, right? Save me fraffing around, going to the calculator and trying to pull up stuff right now. I can't always remember everything off the top. I don't do too bad for the most part. But anyway, boom. Imagine the 2 days before has got the same basic numerology, almost the same, but it's got the 68 numerology, and then underneath that, it's got a 32 life lesson, yeah? And you know what? Let me just double check cocaine is 32, because I'm sure it's 32. Hold up. I will check that right now, just to make sure that at the very least. I'm getting to the dub plate. Building the band. If you use the calculator and the date stuff on the Gematria, type in building the band, yeah, and then do the date from 16th of August, because you can do it before I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it in about 60 seconds, but you know, if you ride shotgun and you want to do it, don't believe me, see for yourself. Yeah, one to bomber clock lazy. Type up in the calculator. You know what I mean? You don't even have to break a sweat. You don't have to use your brain so much to do it, type of thing. Just type it in. There's the result. Yeah. So anyway, cocaine. Not coconut, god damn it. I swear, sometimes this whatchamacallit is annoying, you know. You type in something, it's like, okay, when did I write that? You're too fast. But anyway, cocaine equals 32. And I know when they did that, oh, and 139, yeah, you see? Murder 34, he died on the day of a life lesson of 34, so this is 2 days after how they gave us the news, right? Or the narrative, when the news broke when he died, and then 2 days before, when they're saying, oh yeah, you got the cocaine or whatever from the guy, from the waiter. Anyway, the dub plate is Building the Band. That's the new show coming up, and they say Liam Payne's going to be a judge on this show. Of course, they did some recordings prior to his death, and then he dies, right? Nicole Scherzinger's on there, and she was a judge that was one of the founders, so to speak, of One Direction, if I'm not mistaken, right? From all that time ago, whenever it was, the early 2010s or whatever, the noughties, as it was called at the time, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, 8 weeks and 4 days from the 16th of August to the 14th, so 2 days before, right? And remember, numerology, you know, for the most part, is the same. It's a snap on both sides. 68, 32. Then it's different. Then the next one's the same. 48. And as I'm reading that in real time, I didn't even come into my mind before the show, or since I saw this early this morning, being awake since 2 o'clock this morning, haven't been back to sleep. But anyway, boom. Remember, Liam Payne equals 48. The X Factor equals 48. Famous for the song off the album, or it was a single. It's called Up All Night, yeah? And of course, you know, certain substances, what do? They keep you up all night, interestingly enough, concerning this narrative for this person, right? So, from his birthday, the 29th of August, to when he dies, 16th of October, is, if you didn't know, I already just told you, span of 48 days. Again, Liam Payne equals 48, the X Factor equals 48, and Up All Night also equals 48. So go figure on that. And again, when they gave the follow-up early this year with the waiter, which enabled me to do the follow-ups, that's how I found out about, you know, the 2 days before, the 14th and all that stuff. And that was in earlier January, last month. Go and check out the video. And of course, when they put that out, it was on a day of a life lesson of 50, and cocaine equals 50. Give me a break. What are the odds? When we get to Digger D with my next stream, oh, come on, man. Nonsense. I'm not saying he's not in jail. I'm just saying whether he knows it or not, it's clearly a humiliation ritual, yeah? More than likely, I wouldn't be surprised if he knows, but it doesn't matter whether he knows or not, because the system erect, this is how it rolls. And as we know, as we say, why would you be so stupid to be still selling fucking weed and doing all of that, or county lines, or like ASAP Rocky, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? What the flying fuck are you doing? And as I keep telling you, it's by design. Monkey see, monkey do. So they have to have these type of characters in the environment, in the arena, so to speak, doing all of this type of nonsense, And then the ones that don't know no better because they're stagnated in their mental growth, spiritual growth, yeah, thought process is all fucked because of how the cookie cutter system has just made you, and you have no idea. And as I keep pointing out, and then people don't know why they're spazzing out, acting a fucked up way. Again, the food's fucked. The food's fucked. The chemtrail ya, it rains down. Then it goes into the fauna that you eat. Think about what I'm saying to you. Doesn't matter if you're a vegetarian, vegan, yeah? The food, the drink, the religions distorted. The music, the frequencies. And then they keep giving out story on story, plane crash after plane crash. Oh, and as I'm just saying that, before we go back to the plane crash stuff in a moment, when Trump came in, the 4 years back for his time, and then, Biden, then Trump's back in now, again, 47th president. And remember, he came in when it was the 45th, because I'm sure, what was it again? Oh, how does the 45 go in there as well? It's not Donald 45, is it? Because remember they had the advert from 2011 or whatever, the mattress advert, right? If you haven't seen it, YouTube it. Mattress ad circa. SERCO. Circo mattress ad. Donald Trump. Yeah, and when you see the ad, it's to do with mattresses, but then you'll see him talking to the sheep. Obviously, that means the people, the dumbass sheeple. Some of them of which will come to this channel and call me out, try and call me out my name and say, oh, you're a fucking idiot. You're crazy, man. Take this video down from Ephraim about Ephraim, man. Take this video down about young Philly. You can't spell. You made a mistake. You made a mistake in the title. Ah, you're a fucking idiot. Ah. These times you're the fucking idiot. Yo. Oh. So anyway, when the orange Oompa Loompa was in the Trump, when he was in the advert, he says, looking good, number 9. And of course, if you add 1 through 9, 1, add 2, add 3, add 4, up to 9, it equals 45. And of course, he came in as the 45th president at the time. And again, Trump equals 47. Now he's back in the 47th president. I mean, give me a break. They used to got all these idiots that think, whatever they think for whatever one, in a nutshell, save me some time here. Fucking long. So again, what are the odds? Looking good, number 9, and he's talking to the sheep, and you can see some sheep in the corridor when he says that, yeah? And then the only two backs that you can see is the number 9 and the 11 for 9/11. I remember when you got basically when you got to say, or when they're gonna say, yeah, the votes are in for him, and then obviously so many weeks or a couple of months later, then you get the inauguration, whatever it's called, inauguration. No, 20th of January, 20/1, 201. They love that number. And concerning the Jesuits and that. But anyway, it was 11/9, right? November 9th. And I'm sure Donald in Jewish cipher equals 119 as well. And then the fact that he's back in now, because remember when he came in the few years ago before Biden, within that first January month, go and Google it right now. We put out info about it in our community. There was the plane crash. Remember? You don't remember? Remember the black box with the plane crash? If you tuned into the number stuff, you already know how all the numbers fitted in perfectly with Donald J. Trump, the numerical value. It was like, I mean, come on, man. What in the world? And then now he's back in. Now you've got more madness and plane crashes and helicopters. Come on, man. Not to mention, we're going to watch a video with Zach in a minute. Shout out to Zach as always, yeah? I don't care if you're globbling or not. Yeah? At the end of the day, at least he's consistent. He's unwavering when it comes to all the other parts, what he's bringing, yeah? What can you say apart from, oh shit, that checks out, that checks out. Might have missed one, missed this one, missed that one, but at the end of the day, it don't matter how many we fucking missed, or how many futures and fucking, you know what I mean? or ones that didn't come through. At the end of the day, there is a code playing out. Hello? Organically and nefariously from these scumbags, dictating our lives, your loved ones, the children around you, sisters, siblings, brothers, ones you leave behind. Again, your fellow, your women, a child and man, communities, near and far. Don't you give a fuck not to fuck. Let me. Oh, that thin line now. Calm down, audio oracle. How do you not muster to just snap out of this slumber spell that they put you under? How can I see through the bullshit and I'm not that smart? I'm not that smart. I can see through it. So annoying, man. To coexist with you people. I don't class you as humans. You are complicit in helping knowingly and unknowingly. Yeah, from your cyber waffles to this one to that one. Absolute scum. That's what you are. And by default, I'm on your side. Imagine, ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Fucking hell. Crazy times. So again, cocaine 32. Life lesson on day 32, yeah? Unbelievable. Alright, I'm back over here. I wasn't even on this tab that whole time. I was at the demonstrator calculator. Because sometimes I don't like to see shit and then I might lose my train of thought. I want to entertain some other things going on, so I just want to get out my thoughts and then anybody wants to join the platform, the panel, feel free to step up. Let me chuck this in the in the chat, the invite link. We're gonna watch some more videos here because mainly it's videos, and then should I do the Idris Elba one in this one? I might save that one for the next stream with UK rapper Digga D. And all these bollocks that he's got going on. Again, can we get these people on the line? He's probably got a phone in jail. You want to hit the link? Reese Herbert, aka Digga D. Even if you're real about saving the people and really being a catalyst, and it's the other thing. Why aren't all these people a catalyst in the time of serious need? Again, we can bring in how many days in yesteryears, but let's even just going from, as I keep saying, from 2020 to now. Yeah, from 2020 to now. In the hour of need. You've got sellouts like Idris Elba. All right, okay, cool. He's making a plea and advocate for going against knife crime. Okay, cool. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock or Luther. no shit, Luther. You know what I mean? But how comes you sold out the whole populace and the world? And then those that will look up to you, and then they will fall in line to go, oh yeah, let me go and get the jab. Because Idris Elba, oh yeah, he said that whatever he was saying. And it was all by the fucking, excuse the profanity, let me cut that off midway through. Yeah? And he's doing what he's doing to, rope you in. It's just disgusting. Where are these people in your hour of need? They're ready to just throw humanity under the bus, man. And that's what's so scary and sickening. Those that just stand by, don't want to upgrade, don't want to connect, don't want to build bridges. And as I keep saying, for people like myself, if it weren't for the passion, of course the ad nauseum's there. Like, I mean, come on, man. It's just the same stagnant bollocks. It's like, okay, do I need to even make another video? Like, how many examples do you need? And then to get to the state of refinement of breaking some stuff down to say, okay, boom, boom, boom. The organic, the wax and wane, the cycles, yada, 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 the cosmic algorithm is somebody bending it to their favor. Oh, voila, there it is. Like, where are all these people? I don't want to hear about no dumbass GG33. That's another scumbag. I don't want to hear about fucking Andrew Wilson. That's another scumbag. Those type of people are scumbags. Oh, it only matters if you're forecasting. No, only if you're forecasting it matters. No, only if you can identify the person that will do the dastardly deed on the given day, and say that, you know, you can point out that they're gonna have a moustache, they're gonna be a skinhead or not, they're gonna be a Allah Akbar or a fucking a neo-Nazi, and they're gonna be having a red scarf. Like, if you can't have all those details. Meanwhile, even though when Zach can come out with, or whoever else, or Zach, you know, would be like, oh well, check out, something's gonna happen in Sin City, Las Vegas. What happened? What happened all those years ago? What happened with Temple Mount, the third temple? What happened? Was that not called out before? Even if it's just those two, even though we know it's more futures than two, that's my point. You're taking the piss. And these are the people, I'm afraid to say, that these are the ones that are eating up the limelight, getting the limelight, you know, munching up the algorithm. Yum, 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 yum. You know what I mean? Breakfast, lunch, dinner. These are the ones. It's amazing to me. And as I keep saying, the fact that nobody wants to truly combat this is scary. Because they think, okay, yeah, these people got a brain. Whether I'm Hollywood cyber waffle, first and foremost, as I keep saying, I'm thinking, oh, these people got a brain. Surely they want to, like, even if you're thinking and you're not fully on board with, you know what I mean? I don't care what it is. It doesn't have to be the V word, you know, VAX or VACCINE. Like, what the fuck is going on? Right, let me come to these comments, man. This is just bizarre. It's bizarre. Beyond measure. Shout out to Mr. Freemason, who says they kept that documentary on Netflix quiet. No mention till now. Yeah, because it was a little mention, as I say, last year, because I looked it up, right? That's how I got that date, 16th of August. But yeah. This is how they do, mate. This is how they do. Yeah, this is how they do. They're all scumbags, man. It's just so disgusting. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. As mentioned, right? Documentary, or the update about the documentary, whatever. Or if it was the first time, as I already said, it was on the 16th of August, and again, he dies on the 16th of, October. Again, R.I.P. to Liam Payne. Again, not on my watch. At least you can, you know, rest easy through your transition. Because that is some fishy shit. And as I say, it's not that I was even into all of that, but obviously since he died and passed, like his last song on his channel, my man's got some sick vocals. Like, his vocals are sick still. Fucking hell. Like the sound, you know, very unique, you know, like a Michael Jackson or something like that. You know what I mean? Obviously, many others I could, you know, give an example of, but I can't think of some names. That was just ones that came into my head. But, you know, you get those unique ones, bro. You ain't getting those kind of vocals again for a while. But anyway, let me just bring this up here. Alright, let's quickly watch this plane crash again.
Yeah, man, she's still hanging. Yeah, man, she's still hanging.
It's crazy. Wow. I mean, that is absolutely crazy. Right, let's move on to this one.
This is Jason Martinez here in the Fox 29 newsroom. You are looking at what's being described as a plane crash in Northeast Philadelphia. This is doorbell camera provided by a viewer. Left of your screen, you saw the fireball come out of the sky. Again, this is...
And just quickly, and let's not forget, you know, in the... Is it in Revelation? When it talks about who? The synagogue of Satan and Philadelphia. I can't remember exactly how it goes, but I know it's Philadelphia and the synagogue of Satan. So, you know.
Welcome back, Truth Seeker. We were just talking about the American Eagle jet crashing into the
Oops, shoot.
This is Jason Martinez here in the Fox 29 newsroom. You are looking at what's
Sorry,
being
wrong
described
video
as a
there.
plane crash in Northeast Philadelphia. This is
That's
doorbell
next.
camera provided by a viewer left of your screen. You saw the fireball come out of the sky. Again, this is being described to us as a plane crash, Northeast Philadelphia, in the area of Bustleton and Cotman Avenues. You saw the left of your screen, the fireball come right out. Take another closer look. There. And so this just happening here in the last 20 minutes or so. Again, Northeast Philadelphia. And so a lot of viewers have been calling our newsroom and telling us that they believe this was a plane crash in this area of Bustleton and Cotman. But this doorbell camera video makes you question exactly what we're seeing. Here's a closer look. And really, I can only describe that as a fireball that falls out of the sky. And again, this is Roosevelt Mall, I believe, the parking lot in Northeast Philly. And this is ground video that we're just getting in. You're seeing it as I am seeing it. Police taping the area off, smoke and debris in this area. And this, of course, all happening as we are still sorting through a plane crash that happened in D.C. No word on the size of the plane that crashed, what caused it. We are just learning this.
Jason, I was just warned. I'm fairly close. I was nearby. This happened at 6 o'clock. I got it confirmed by 6:13 and 6:14. And then a top commander in the department told me his house shook. He called the bomb squad, and they told him a plane had crashed. Then lots of calls came in. I was nearby. I saw everybody racing over here. I raced with them. I'm looking at two fires going right now on Cotman Avenue. I'm standing in one of the driveways to the Roosevelt Mall. As I ran over here, I parked in the McDonald's at Cotman and the Boulevard. I wondered what I was tripping over, and it was pieces of an airplane scattered in the mall parking lot. They then began roping that off, and the heavy smell of jet fuel is in the air and has been in the air. There is still black smoke. The fires are not under control, and then an officer just told me to take cover behind the police and fire vehicle I'm there because there's a gas line nearby. Another commander told me cars were on fire. This was in rush hour. I know it because I was just on Cotman Avenue seconds before this, approaching the boulevard, and when this plane crashed. So it was wall-to-wall cars approaching Cotman and the boulevard, so people were stopped in traffic. I don't know if cars are on fire in front of me or parts of the plane, but it looks like multiple fires, and the fires are not right next to each other. They're a good 100 yards from each other. So there is a string of damage and a string of fires. This mall is under some kind of construction, so they have a tarp around about a 6-foot-tall tent. Every police officer, every fire department member in the city must be up here right now, and there's still more coming on the way. There is so much smoke in the air going right over the mall right here, and this mall was packed too. They had to move all the people back for their own good, and the air quality is not good for them, but everybody was out here. Now I can see one car I'm looking through the fence, Jason. I'm looking down in front of the Dunkin' Donuts on Cotman, and again, this is right before the boulevard. Right in front of the Dunkin' Donuts, it looks like an SUV is on fire, and the flames are all through the street. And there's so many fires here, and the fire department's also trying to worry about that gas line that's in danger. Now I'm counting the fires, Jason. 1, 2, 3, 4 fires I can see right here, all spread out along Cotman Avenue right now.
Steve,
I can't see what's burning.
Steve, we are looking at viewer doorbell camera of what looks like just a fireball falling out of the sky. And as this plane hits the ground, just flames, just immense. And we see a shot now on the ground. We see, looks like some cars are on fire here. You say you smell jet fuel?
Yeah, I can still smell it. There's a smell of fuel in the air, a heavy smell. And if they're reporting a fireball falling out of the sky, the parts of the airplane I saw were not burned. And again, we're near Northeast Philly Airport. It would be an unreal coincidence if there was another mid-air collision here. I don't know, but and I didn't see any fireball in the sky.
Airplane crash there on Roosevelt Boulevard. He says fires burning in multiple spots on Cotman Avenue. He says pieces of airplane scattered there on the ground. Jason Martinez with this video saying this is being described as a plane crash in the area of Bustleton and Cotman Avenues in Northeast Philly. That's a doorbell camera provided by a viewer there to Fox 29. Let's take it full here. Look at that. And you see the nighttime sky light up in orange. Wow.
Right, let me just add this scrolling across the bottom of the screen. In case I didn't say it, just in case I didn't, but basically I'm just making sure I'm just covering myself. Again, building the band equals 84, and it's 8 weeks, 4 days from August 16th to October 14th. And then of course I've already explained why the 2 days before Liam Payne's death is important. So, right, let's go on to Zach. Give me one moment here. Here we go. Sorry guys, give me one sec here. Just working all this flipping StreamYard malarkey. Is it gonna let me move? What's happening? Right. And after this one, then we've got a quick True Earth video, 8 minutes from Eric Dubé. And then we're gonna have another Zach video, Bryce Mitchell with that situation. With the Nancy stuff. And you're gonna see how it's by the numbers if you're not up to speed. And then I may or may not do the Idris Elba one in this one. I might just save it for the next stream, which I got already set up for today, again concerning the sentencing which happened yesterday of rapper Diggity, aka Reese Herbert. Again, I followed literally all the stages, so again, you know, if you're not up to speed, I'm going to go through a good chunk of information. If you are up to speed, I mean, you don't even really need to watch, to be fair, but you know, watch to come and get a chuckle, because you're going to see the same old, how it continues on. And right, so again, go and check out Gematria Effect, excuse me, with an E, Gematria Effect News 25, and of course, go in your browser, GematriaEffect.news. You can find where Zach, you know, does his blog and stuff there as well. And right, let's get this up. Bam.
Welcome back, True Seeker. We were just talking about the American Eagle jet crashing into the Black Hawk helicopter, where 3 died on the Black Hawk 3 days after the anniversary of Kobe's death in a helicopter, who's from Philly, where the conference championships were on, you know, his death anniversary this year, his 5th death anniversary, as the Eagles advanced to their 5th Super Bowl, and the Chiefs have a chance to win their 5th. But notice, now here we are again, just 2 days later, January 31st, 131, and a plane crash in Philadelphia. Remember, in Gematria, Super Bowl equals 131, so does championship. Chiefs were the only team this year to start 13-1. They were the only team this year, period, to be 13-1. The conference championship was 131 days after Mahomes' birthday. Again, Mahomes is trying to do what Montana did, win his 4th Super Bowl in New Orleans, just as Joe Montana won his 4th in Tulane, which is in New Orleans. And again, when Mahomes beat the 49ers this year in San Francisco, that was 131 days after Joe Montana's birthday. And keep in mind, Joe Montana's from New Eagle, Pennsylvania. Yes, sir, New Eagle, Pennsylvania, if you want to look that up. But yeah, isn't it just something? On 131. Talked about that number in championships and Super Bowls about 10 gazillion times. And just rituals, just ritualism in the news before the Super Bowl, scripted news that goes with the big game. Stuff goes on year after year. You guys remember when I called Super Bowl 50 and USA Today wrote about it? Part of that story, or part of the clues for that Super Bowl, was a big crash in California at exit 131. Again, just making the point about, you know, crashes, vehicles, same numbers. We've seen them do the same thing with trains before. Remember when LeBron James, he was in that movie Trainwreck, and then the train wrecked in Philly, supposedly going 106 miles per hour, and then they interviewed a congressman who was on the train. He escaped unscathed, Hair was still perfectly in place. Not one nick in the suit. Supposedly just survived the 106-mile-per-hour train wreck. And that was right before LeBron played the Warriors, who are originally from Philly. Again, just same stuff year after year, you guys. Same stuff year after year. And I didn't even decode further. If there's something in Northeast Philly, Cottman Avenue and Roosevelt Boulevard, there probably is. But the 131 is the big piece. There'll be plenty more stories before the Super Bowl. And like I said, we're going to have to watch out if plane crashes are a theme in 2025. Again, plane crash has that gematria 97, which is the 25th prime number. It's like Too Short's brother's dead 97 days after the anniversary of his first album coming out. And you know, they said Too Short was at the Philadelphia Eagles game, and his brother died at 61. Philadelphia equals 61. That Bay Area Philly connection, the Athletics that are leaving the Bay used to be in Philly. The Warriors started in Philly. A lot of football players and coaches have gone from Philly to the Bay. You know, John Madden connects the Eagles and the Raiders. Of course, the Raiders the Raiders beat the Eagles in Super Bowl 15 in New Orleans, and now the Eagles are up against number 15 from the same conference as the Raiders. But yeah, 131. Plane crash, Philly. Ongoing rituals. Hey, whatever happened to those 3 frozen Chiefs fans? Still supposedly a mystery. As Mahomes and the Chiefs try to make history with 3 straight, never before done in Super Bowl era, but was done by the Packers 57 years ago, like how you're getting a rematch of Super Bowl 57. And never mind that helicopter equals 57. Sumerian gematria equals 666. And what's the Eagles franchise record again? What workout did Kobe do? The 666, career high 81 in his 666th game. Until next time, True Seeker.
Right, yeah, so okay, everybody disappeared. Okie dokie. You know what? I might save it for. Yeah, I might save the rest just for after we go through Diggity properly. There was more to Liam Payne, as I said. I'll save it for the next stream. There was much more to the Liam Payne bit, or a bit more anyway. But I only gave you, a tiny smidge, tiny slice. But yeah, we'll keep it short and sweet. It's not like we've all got a packed building. I'm not Kai Cenat or I Show Speed, so alright, man. And obviously, if I'm not on today, I'll be back. I'll do it tomorrow with the Diggity stuff.